A lot of you experienced horrible abuse at the hands of narcissists, toxic family members, coworkers, love interests. Horrible abuse could be verbal, mental, emotional. And one of the questions is, why did it have to get so bad in order for you to leave? And I think that it's important to ask this question: would you have left had it not gotten so bad? You see, I believe that abuse happens as a result of oppression in a relationship, and I believe the oppression sets in long before you even realize you're being abused. You start to become oppressed the moment you enter into a situation where you're compromising your values. You begin to be oppressed when you give up pieces of who you are in order to try to fit in into something else, into a family situation, into a friendship situation, into an intimate situation. The moment you start doing things that you said you are not about, you start to become oppressed. And I think we need to consider that as human beings, we do not like to be oppressed. Something inside of us, even when we're not aware of it, our spirit cries out against being oppressed. And I believe the Lord above hears our spirit crying out about this oppression. Now then, one of two things is going to happen. You're going to get out of being oppressed either by walking away yourself, or if you don't walk away yourself, then you will be driven out. It's the only two ways to get out of oppression. Now the problem is, like I said, I think we need to understand that even though we're oppressed, we may not realize it, because sometimes we become comfortable with something about the oppressive situation. Maybe it makes us feel less lonely to be there. Maybe we have food, maybe we have water, maybe we have shelter, whatever it is, but yet we're still oppressed. And so we're hanging on because of those things. Well, you're still oppressed and you still eventually need to go. So again, you're either going to walk away from it all or you're going to be driven out. There's a story in the Bible involving a character named Moses. How many of you have heard of Moses? Moses in the book of Exodus went to deliver the people out of Egypt. Egypt, the Pharaoh was a bad dude, and Egypt was an oppressive place. Now, Moses also left Egypt prior to going back there to get the people out. Moses left on his own. He didn't like what was going on anymore. He took off, he ran, he left. When he went back to get the mixed multitude, he was met with a lot of people that didn't want to leave. And most people don't understand this. And so the only way to get the people to follow Moses was to turn the Pharaoh's heart so cold and so cruel. The Bible says that Pharaoh's heart was hardened. Why? Because the people had to literally be driven out. The conditions had to get worse. Otherwise, the people wouldn't have followed Moses. And for a lot of you, this is how you were in that toxic relationship. You were oppressed and you didn't like it, but you didn't quite want to leave either. And so I think this is something you have to consider as to why it got so bad. Why you felt rejected, why you were driven out. Well, it's because that was the only way to get you out. These are my thoughts.